2 years ago, I did a video defending the movies of M. Night Shyamalan, including the many movies that people hate. I asked back in that video, do I think he will make a good movie again? And do I think he will make another great movie again? Yes to the first question, and I hope so for the second question. Since then, he has made a good movie with The Visit and a great movie with Split, and I'm happy. Later that summer, I got to meet the man himself, M. Night Shyamalan, at the Comic-Con that year. When I looked at the schedule, he had a panel that on one of the days, but not in the convention center, but in one of the theaters across the street that I had to get tickets for. And as I was getting my ticket, I saw the well-known YouTube critic Chris Stuckmann walking by. I got my ticket, and then I quickly made my way over to Chris Stuckmann and said, "Hey, you're Chris Stuckmann, the YouTube critic. I watch your videos. I like them." I also mentioned with him that he did a positive review for the Lost World Jurassic Park, and he still didn't like the gymnastics scene. And I told him I like the gymnastics scene. I did my own video all about why I like the gymnastics scene and why I think the gymnastics scene of the Lost World Jurassic Park is awesome. And he liked my reasoning too. I have a ticket right now for M. Night Shyamalan's panel. He's doing a panel today. And Chris Stuckmann's like, "Oh, M. Night Shyamalan's doing a panel. I think I want to see that." So then I told him, "Oh, then you got to get a ticket for that. Here, let me show you. You got to get a ticket before you go. Because it's not in here. It's in one of the theaters across the street." So I helped Chris Stuckmann over to the ticket line. So he got his ticket. Thankfully, there were still tickets available for him to get his. We split up. When the panel starts, I get inside with my ticket. M. Night Shyamalan comes out with producer Jason Blum, and I'm a little worried because Chris Stuckmann hasn't shown up yet. But he showed up late. He actually got in my way to get his seat, so I had to tell him again, "Hey, Stuckmann." And then Chris Stuckmann's like, "Oh, hey, you again. Nice to see you again. I'm going to take my seat." M. Night started. He showed some clips from The Visit. He then took some questions, and Chris got to ask his before me. I asked him about how he got the rights back to his old screenplay that he sold a long time ago. He said that it came after he made $2 billion over the course of his film career. He also said that someday he will make Labor of Love. So I look forward to the day he makes it. If you saw Chris Stuckmann's review of The Visit, he mentioned being at M. Night Shyamalan's panel at Comic-Con. He didn't mention giving me a shout-out. He gives a shout-out to people who help him and fans who send gifts to him. I'm wondering, Chris Stuckmann, why didn't you give a shout-out to me for helping you get into M. Night's panel? Without me, you wouldn't have known about it. Well, what matters isn't Chris Stuckmann. What matters is, after driving by his house several times growing up in Pennsylvania, after defending his movies that many people hate, and after meeting an actress who has appeared in his movies, Bryce Dallas Howard, which I'll talk about in another video, I met the man himself, M. Night Shyamalan. What if there are no coincidences?